Jerome. Well, Ben Bernanke said this is the last rate hike, guys. The Fed raised 0.25% interest rates yesterday, 25 basis points, and which we kind of saw coming. But Ben Bernanke, old Ben, who was one of the architects of the last huge great financial crisis in '08, who got a Nobel Peace Prize though. This is the clown world we live in. Got a Nobel Peace Prize just a few years ago for his skill and adeptness at financial crises. So, hey, what do I know? I'm just a doctor, name that movie. This is the clown world we live in, guys. So if you are taking the mainstream news, it's funny, like whenever someone talks about it, and Nolan Bowerly talks about this, someone's like, oh, I heard this in the news or this and that, and like, you believe the news? It's all you gotta say to somebody. It's all you gotta say is, you believe the news. You believe that? Okay. If you are a non-playable character and you are believing what media is telling you, what mainstream media is telling you, I shouldn't say it's mainstream anymore, it's not. What corrupt media is telling you, CNN, CBS, ABC, NBC, ESPN, FM radio, if you believe what these people are telling you, you are going to have a difficult time. I'm telling you right now, you can believe whatever you want. I'm just telling you, you're going to have a difficult time going forward. You are going to be hurting financially. You are going to be groveling at the state to give you everything. And maybe I'm completely wrong. Everything in my experience, everything in my studies for the last 20 years has showed me that I'm not. When it comes to that, I've got many things wrong in my life over time. But when it comes to being sovereign and having freedom, it showed me that that is correct. If you choose to follow what the propagandists are saying to you all the time, you're going to have a difficult time. That I am sure of. I'm very sure of. So raising interest rates. This is the plan to crush the economy, to bring in inflation, to crushing so many jobs. But yet they tell you, well, guys are getting guys and gals getting second and third jobs. The economy's great. Look at all the jobs. They're booming, guys. They're booming. It's because we have a lot of people literally out of work, have just stopped working, which they don't count those people anymore. And then all the other people that even care or have any pride left in themselves at all, they just go get second and third jobs to stay afloat. This is what happens, again, when you save fiat currencies, when you save government currencies, dollars, pesos, yen, whatever, bolivar. If you save those thinking they're an asset, but they're really liabilities because they go down in value over time, you are going to have a hard time. Again, something I can guarantee, history has shown us this over time, and the dollar keeps losing its value because they print more and more of it. You are going to have a tough time. Prices will continue running away from you, and you will get poorer and poorer and poorer. This is guaranteed. This is why Bitcoin has crushed everything in the last 14 years. It's the only finite asset in the world. The only inelastic, truly inelastic and finite asset we have in the world besides our time. Name me one other asset that's finite, truly finite, like our time. We only have so much time on Earth. But what else? What else is finite like Bitcoin? I don't know of one. So the only fair trade is Bitcoin for time and time for Bitcoin. That's the only trade I know. So do not trade your finite time for an infinite liability. Don't trade your finite time for dollars, infinite liabilities, or bolivar, or yen, or peso, or lira, infinite liabilities. Those are terrible trades. No real investor would ever make that trade. But yet we've been told that that's how we should live our life, and no one even questions it. This is why Henry Ford, John Maynard Keynes, all these quotes from 100 years ago talking about if people knew the monetary system, there'd be revolution by morning, and on and on and on. Because people don't get it. They're not taught it. Why are we not taught it in school? Why? Please tell me, again, in the comments, why wouldn't we be taught money management, investing, finances, accounting, bookkeeping in school? Please tell me right now. Do you have the answer? At this point, it seems pretty obvious, right? 100 years in, or for this experiment, this financial experiment, Federal Reserve, stuff like that. Don't you think it'd be important? Well, we should teach our citizens how to take care of themselves. Do you think that there might be a reason they don't teach you those things at this point? If we're 2 years in or 5 years in, like, oh, you know what? We forgot that in the curriculum, guys. Let's change that. You don't think anyone besides us right now has thought, like, you know what? Maybe we should do that. Guys, hello, wake up. Wake up. This is up to us. It's up to each person individually to take care of themselves and take care of their family, and then it ripples out from there. Take care of the people around them. And that's it. And it ripples out from there. And if we start doing that, 3%, that's all it takes. The 3%, what happened in the Revolutionary War, the Patriots overtaking the greatest army on earth and giving the other 97% America and giving the rest of the world America. That's all it's going to take now for Bitcoin, the hardest money, to literally revolutionize and take humanity to a type 1 civilization. That is it. That's the magnitude we're talking about, that, right? And that's why we talk about this all the time. That's literally why we have spent now and turned everything we're doing into this. This is the most important thing. This is the most important fight we're in. This is the humanitarian crisis. This is the civil rights crisis of our time. Right now, we're in it. It's to fight for the money, for the freest and fairest money in the world, and to not be told we have to pay taxes and live off a currency that someone else can print in their basement, the dollar, peso, yen, whatever. We want money that is free and fair and just, and that is Bitcoin. A monetary policy that we know every 4 years, we know the monetary policy. We know it's there. We can audit it. We can run our own node. We can store our own private key, 12 words or 24 words. And we know the monetary policy. Every 4 years, the halving comes. And not, look, Jerome Powell, what are we going to do? Is it going to be 0.5% up? Is it going to be 25 basis points cut? We don't know, Jerome. Tell us. Oh, a high and mighty person up here? Clown world. What kind of man or woman grovels at these people and says, "Whoa, what am I going to do?" And then all the spaces, all the garbage, all the people, all the macro addicts, and we have the George Gamers in the world, and all these people. Oh, they're like, "Oh, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? What are we going to do, guys? Or what is it going to be? A 25% cut? Or, is it going to be 100 basis points up?" It's fucking garbage. Absolute garbage. Spend time in the world and the change you want to see. Spend time in the world, because this is the problem. Everyone says, "Well, it's not there, Brandon. Like, what are you going to do?" Well, you know why? It's because all of us choose not to do it. We just keep living in this old sinking ship world where the ship is going down on the waves. And so many people say, "Well, no one else is doing it, so why would I do it?" Well, that's the problem. Because you won't take a stand. You won't take a stand and say, "I live in this world now. I live in a hyper-Bitcoinized world, and I am building the new system. Here is the new monetary system. This is what we're using." Because that's how systems change. They change because people stand up and say, "No more. I am not being lied to anymore. I am done. I am living in truth, and that is it." Will we pick up the truth, pick up our cross, and lay down our life? Or, this is the test. We're in the test of life. Or will we try to pick up our life and lay down our cross and lay the truth down and skirt away from the truth just to get a little more life, just to get a few more $cuck, a few more dollars in our pocket, a few more fleeting dollars? That's the test. That is a test. I'm going to leave it there because you tell I'm a little heated. This Jerome Powell garbage, I literally spent 10 seconds on this just to see what happened. I could care less about these morons. I could care less. Because I don't have to care. I'm in a hyper-Bitcoinized world. Good luck. Good luck. May the odds ever be in your favor. Please share us out, because the algorithm hates truth. Get people all the time messaging me, DMing me, whatever. "Hey, why isn't this channel growing?" Stuff like that. Of course, guys, we know. Are you kidding me? The people that run this stuff don't want our message to go out. Go find me on Rumble. Find me beyond BitChute eventually, and some others as well. Twitter, you can find me there, Brandon_Gentili. You can go there, and then please go to the link in the description. Go subscribe and email to the Substack. So we put out our Substacks, put out the written versions of stuff, put our portfolio allocation letter there as well, so we can stay tuned there. Because who knows, I might not be here all forever. Who knows what will happen? So I appreciate you more than you know. Please share us out. Algorithm does truly hate truth. Question everything with boldness, even the existence of God Himself. Trust but verify. It's not financial advice, it's freedom advice. And I'll see you on the next one.